If you're in the market for buying a new controller, whether it be an Xbox, PlayStation 4, or PlayStation 5 controller, One Off Controllers is your one-stop shop. With the recent launch of this new company, they offer for real the most customizable controllers you can buy online. From being able to customize basically every single button on your controller, changing the color and texture of the grips, adding additional buttons to the back of your controller, and actually being able to design and upload your own PSD files to make your faceplate look however you want. Check out oneoffcontrollers.com and don't forget to use code ZAC22 at checkout for 10% off your order and to support your boys.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Today we're going to be doing a couple of replay reviews for the pro player Rise, who I'm sure you're all familiar with, and who, if you weren't familiar with this player, you are recently with all of the roster rumors that's been going on surrounding this player. But anyways, today we're going to be watching a 1s, 2s, and 3s replay of Rise. The 1s and 2s replays are ranked replays, and the 3s replay is actually going to be a private match scrim. One, because I think it's a better example of how Rise fits into a full team of players, seeing a bunch of top level players play against each other. But not only that, Rise hasn't played ranked 3s since about November, according to ballchasing.com, or at least no files have been uploaded of his replays since November, which is pretty typical for a lot of pro players. They don't play a lot of ranked 3s. And guys, if you like the concept of this video, watching a professional player play 1s, 2s, and 3s all in one video, with the 3s game being a pro level game, be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing this in an entire series of pretty much every pro in the game. I'm going to be going through them all, doing this sort of video format, not abandoning my typical replay analysis videos, but working these in as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of these coming to the channel. Leave a comment down below who you want to see me cover next, and if your comment gets a lot of upvotes, I might just go ahead and do that one next. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into game 1, Rise 1v1. Haven't really seen Rise in the 1v1 scene very much, so let's see how his 1s game looks. You know, you don't see the name Rise on any show matches from Fear's channel or Johnny Boy's channel, so I don't think Rise is a super adept 1s player, but we all know how good he is with raw skill, so we'll see if that transfers into ranked 1s. There is a lot of nuance that goes into 1v1. It's really an entirely different game mode from 2s and 3s. Gotta have a much different mindset in 1s. Rise off of the top of the inside of the net, trying to avoid a possible air dribble bump, but he didn't even have to. Opponent fumbles the ball on the air dribble. Rise gets a free cleanup goal. Fake kickoff, looking like Dark, the young 14-year-old. I don't know if he's Saudi Arabian. I want to say Middle East or something like that. But anyways, using the fake kickoff, heavily popularized by Dark lately. Fake jump from Rise. Rise is playing a very safe and slow sort of 1v1 game so far. He's seeming to just want to see what his opponent's got in his bag of tricks, let him maybe overcommit and then counterattack. Looks to be what Rise is trying to do here. Not using that speedy, fast, aggressive play style that he is usually known for in 3v3. So cool to see how he plays differently in different settings. Not the best touch. Doesn't give him a clear chance to go for his boost there. Good recognition from Rise. A lot of players will make that bad touch and still think that they have the opportunity to go for their boost and then concede a goal. But Rise knew that touch wasn't good enough and didn't let it cost him a goal. Big long shot from Nate, and that's actually just in. That's a crazy good shot from Nate. I don't know who Nate is. I don't know if that's maybe a Smurf account for a pro player or anything like that. I think this replay was around like high 1400 MMR in 1v1, which is pretty high up there. could be completely wrong about that, but I think that's what I saw when I was downloading the file. I should have checked that. My apologies. But this is Rise, so we know that he's obviously a very good player, and he's probably playing against some very good players as well. Ooh, great save from Rise. Nate should have just scored that, but he's been shooting a little off target so far. Again, Rise playing very much on the back foot. Playing very slow and patient. Very different from what we're used to seeing him do in pro lobby 3v3 games. Uh-oh. And he's missed the open net. And he's missed the finish. Oh, wow. Oh, surely he's going to get it. He does eventually get it. Rise looking like he may need to hit up the 1v1 arena a little bit more often. Rise trying to be cheeky with a little wave dash pop on the ball. Should be carrying this just fine to his corner, and he does. Rise trying to get flashy with a musty. Can't get the power that he needs on it though. Looking for a demo on Nate. That didn't go according to plan, but could have been worse. It's a race to the boost. Tries to get the demo, smart, but wasn't able to connect. And that's a good pop over by Nate, but Rise should be okay. Ooh, but Rise can't keep that out. Slow kickoff from Rise. Was a really good fake attempt. I would have done the same thing. It was a really good opportunity to fake that. Rise gets the boost steal, has Nate boost starved pretty well right now. All he has to do is come out on top of these challenges. Ooh, really nice goal from Rise there. How will he play out this kickoff? Okay. 12 boosts all the way in Nate's half. Rise is realizing he should have backed off probably earlier, but he does get the goal line save, avoiding the air dribble bump attempt. One more. Ooh, and Nate's going to equalize. With a really good flick. Doesn't shoot over the crossbar that time. 3 seconds left. Nate's going to get that boost, but Rise should have the last possession, unless Nate just killed it like that. Probably a smart play by Nate there. Good kickoff win from Rise. Flip reset for Rise. Ooh, maybe went for the double. Fakes the touch back to his corner. That was a smart play, but Nate was ready for it. He's got to be careful here. Nate's been looking pretty threatening on these positions. Good 50 by Rise. Ooh, I'm surprised Rise backed off in that position. Tries the fake again. This is the difference between people who play a lot of ones and people who don't. See, Rise doesn't really know what to do with a ball that's close to the net where he can't score it, as most people don't really know what to do there. But people who play a lot of 1v1s have a lot of tricks up their sleeves in those positions, and they always find a way to score the ball, even when the ball seems unscorable to the untrained 1v1er. And Nate's gonna win the game off of the back of a demo on Rise. Well played by both players. I think Rise definitely loving the concept of this video already. We're seeing a much different Rise in 1v1 than we're used to seeing in 3v3. With that said, let's go on to 2v2, see what we're seeing here. Alright, here we go, 2v2. We've got Rise and Trapo versus RWT and Abdullah. And I'm not going to lie, Rise is the only player I've heard of, but I'm sure some of you will recognize some of the other players. A lot of players around this level of play have somewhat of a name for themselves. Not known by everybody, but already seeing Rise be much more aggressive, going for a much more Rise-esque type of play, going for a crazy angled aerial play in front of the net. But we didn't see any of that in the 1v1. Rise diving at the ball in case Trapo is not able to come up with a touch. Ooh, pops it around Abdullah, but I don't think that's going to be good enough for Trapo to be able to do anything. And again, off of his back wall with full boost, this is where Rise shines. And just like that, from his back wall into the opponent's net, that's what we're used to seeing out of Rise. Didn't get to see that much in the 1v1, but he does pull it out in the 2v2, looking much more comfortable in 2v2 land. You might even be able to score this. Doesn't seem to be worth it for Rise, even though RWT ended up whiffing, unfortunately. Surprised to see Rise taking that ball from his teammate when he has 0 boost, and his teammate could have taken the ball with probably close to full boost. But, you know, Rise is Rise, and he probably feels as though, you know, if he's touching the ball, nothing bad is probably going to happen. He's pretty good at the game. He's pretty good at the game. Rise setting it up to the backboard. RWT's been pretty shaky off of his back wall so far this game. That's twice now that he's missed off of the back wall. Rise probably will spot that. Be a little bit more aggressive next time he sees RWT going for a backboard read. But they do get scored on there. I didn't really even notice what happened. A good pinch by Rise. Gets the ball away from both orange players towards his teammate in midfield. Rise driving really far away from the play to grab that boost. And I guess he own goaled it. It looked very intentional. Not sure why, but 3-1 to the orange team against Rise and Trapo. Okay. Interesting. That ball was definitely savable. Ooh. Pops the ball into his opponent. Makes him think he gave it away. The opponent goes for the clear and Rise dunks him into the net. Another backboard situation. This time RWT was not the one who was going for it, so Rise is really definitely looking most lethal in the air in this 2v2 game. Definitely wants to find himself making those aerial plays. He hasn't looked that threatening on the ground so far. As I say that, he gets a ground play. Started from an awkward position, to be fair, so we couldn't really make much of it. And there's a pop into the air, puts himself, look at how fast he is. His opponent was up before him and he still beats him there to the ball. Another aerial play that he could possibly go for, low 50, and the bump from Trapo, really well done. Working as a team to get that goal. Rise sets himself up in the air yet again, goes for the double tap, maybe the flip reset double tap, can't get it to land. Trapo Very aggressive challenge in front of the net there when his teammate was still recovering from his play, but it was all good. Rise trying to sneak one under the bar. RWT from the backboard. Sets himself up. Really good recovery from Rise. Doesn't use his second flip yet, so he knows he can use it to make his recovery just a little bit faster on his exit there. Rise again in the air where he wants to be. Sets himself up off the ground, gets his opponents to mess up, and that's just a fourth goal. Again, every time Rise is in the air, he's looking very threatening. Not much going on from the ground for Rise, but that aerial game is working wonders, and they read, or Rise at least, reads that Spanish kickoff. See, that's something, as somebody who doesn't play at this level, you don't see many people do the Spanish kickoff. Really, almost anybody do the Spanish kickoff, I feel like, until you hit a certain threshold into Supersonic Legend. Because I did not recognize that whatsoever. But they go up with 4 seconds left in the game. Rise hard off the ceiling just to finish the game. Rise looking much more lethal, much more comfortable in 2v2. Alright, last game of the video. We've got Zenil, Rise, in Beast Mode against Chicago, Garrett, and Parth. That is a stacked lobby if you've ever seen one. I'm pretty sure that some of the rumors about roster changes that we discussed earlier were about Rise potentially joining Beast Mode on version 1. I don't believe that roster change ended up going through though. This was likely one of the matches where they were testing the waters and seeing how they would work as a team, and so far they look to be trying to make a statement that this could be a good team. Beast Mode and Rise together. Scoring the first goal of the game. Rise quickly up into the air to contest that ball. Puts his car into a position just to 50 the ball. Doesn't want to waste his last 20 boost. Not really being able to do anything there, so just puts himself into a position to be able to 50 a incoming challenger. It is a tough situation, and yeah, too tough for the blue team. 1-1. Rise to the air. His favorite place to be. Isn't able to get a flip reset around Garrett. Magic Ninja has invited me to the party. Zenil, his own turn, going for the flip reset. Great control from Rise there. Trying to help Beast Mode push this out. Gets a free ball, but somebody, I think that was Garrett, maybe Chicago, shuts down that play that was developing for Rise. Well done by them. Rise trying to position to cut off a pass, but actually completely gets destroyed by the pass, actually. Rise looking to cover Garrett's touch. Passes it back to Beast Mode. Really, really nice pass. What's he going to do with this? Puts that on target. That was a really tough shot to get on target. That was very nicely done by Rise. Very impressed with that one. Round 1. Instantly up into the air to follow it up. That's what you... Oh my god. Almost an insane play. As I was trying to say, that's what you got to do in that position when you chip the ball off the wall. You got to go up instantly or the other defenders are just going to beat you to it. Rise has that comfortably, keeps the ball close because he has no other play. Really smartly done by Rise. That may be a fake by Zaniel on the ball, leaving it for beast mode. No hesitation by Rise to go up into the air. I don't think, at least in 2v2 and 3v3, you'll ever see Rise hesitate to go up into the air for a ball. In 1v1 though, it was a different story. Beast mode well over one player. Zaniel couldn't get there in time to finish up the goal. Beast mode bumped off the ball. Rise trying to break out of defense. That demo will help them out for sure. Beast mode breaking his team out of defense single-handedly. Not able to connect with the ball there. Parth absolutely bamboozling the blue team with these flicks. With these amazing flicks. Oh. No shot. Wow, that would have been an insane angle. Yeah. This guy is better in the air than he is on the ground. He's kind of got the skill set backwards. Most people are better on the ground than they are in the air. But not Rise. He is much better in the air than on the ground. Ooh. Blue team goes up. 27 seconds left. 3-2. What kind of pinch can Rise come up with there? Wow, beast mode ready for that pinch downfield. That was really well communicated, really well executed by beast mode and Rise. Rise should be killing the ball here to end the game. Not able to do so. Garrett G keeps it up, heading towards the blue net. Zaniel dunks it down though, and that's going to be the game. 3-2 for Zaniel, Rise, and beast mode. Rise with the MVP. Playing on 108 ping as well. Playing from the European region against a bunch of North American players. And Rise still manages to be the 3v3 MVP. Really showing what he's capable of in that 2s and 3s game in the air. The 1v1 game though might need a little bit of work. Imagine how good this guy would be if he completely rounded out his package, ones, 2s, and 3s. That'd be a scary player indeed. But if you guys like the video, hey, be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe because you're going to be seeing more of these pro 1s, 2s, and 3s game videos on my channel. And leave a comment. As I said earlier, let me know who you want me to do. If you see a comment down there, if somebody you would be interested in seeing, give it a thumbs up so I know which ones I should do next. See you guys in the next one. Peace.